The girl worked for 5 years and was suddenly fired by the company. Suddenly a car appeared and knocked the girl to the ground. At that moment the girl noticed a scale had fallen from the car, but the car had already driven away. As the girl was leaving, a drop of blood fell onto the scale. The next second a golden light appeared. A beam of light from space shone down on the girl. At this moment she realized the scale in her hand could actually speak. It turned out to be a spirit transformed from Libra. This scale could be used to trade any item, not only money but also health, lifespan and even souls. But any item the girl collected had to be exchanged at equal value. To test whether the scale was telling the truth, the girl decided to trade her appendix for money. The next second the scale emitted a golden light. The girl felt as if something inside her abdomen had disappeared. After the trade was completed, she sold her appendix for $50,000. Just as the girl was thinking about how to use the scale to make money, a cleaner by the roadside was on the phone borrowing money to treat her son. She said that if it could save her son, she was willing to give up 10 years of her life. Hearing this, the girl realized her first deal had arrived, so she decided to help the woman once. She said she could give the woman $50,000, but the woman had to trade 10 years of her lifespan in exchange. At that moment the woman only wanted to save her son, so she immediately agreed to the trade. The girl then placed the $50,000 onto the scale, and asked the woman to place her hand on the hourglass on the other side. When the trade was completed, the woman instantly became much older. Later the girl handed the $50,000 to the woman. The woman thanked her and rushed to the hospital. The girl also went to the hospital to look for her next buyer, because there would always be people who wanted a longer life. At that moment she saw an 80-year-old man lying in a hospital room. When she learned that he was a multi-millionaire, the girl decided to sell the 10 years of lifespan to him in exchange for wealth. When the girl said she could extend his life, the old man immediately decided to give her half of his assets. She then took out the hourglass and placed it in front of the old man. Not long after, the old man successfully absorbed the energy inside the hourglass. In the end, the old man found that all his illnesses had completely disappeared. He could previously only sit in a wheelchair, but now he could walk on his own. He then instructed his secretary to immediately transfer $5 million to the girl. When the girl received the money, she could not help but laugh wildly.